All right. Hey, one rental at a time, family. It is Jason Pritchard, and we have kind of switched roles today with your normal regular host Zuber. We've got him sitting in the hot seat today, so I'm really excited to sit down and talk about a cool event that we've got coming up on April 23rd. I know you reached out, Zuber, and asked for some help with this thing that you've got going on, but give the listeners in the audience a little bit more insight, and myself too, on what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be able to give back to the one rental at a time community.
So first and foremost, I want to give you a shout out because you were the first person to say yes. So as my audience probably knows, every once in a while I get a crazy idea and I execute. I don't overthink it. One of the things I wanted to do after my trip in Southeast Asia for a month was I wanted to come back and basically open up my Rolodex to my audience. But I wanted to do that in a way that was topic oriented.
Hmm.
So the first one we did was very one rental at a time focused, buy box. I did a 2-hour deep dive on a buy box with 100 people. We had 5 case studies. We had the audience share their spreadsheets, their questions, their searches. It was amazing. Exceeded all my expectations. If you want that, you can go get it for the same price of the event, $47. Where I'm going next is I'm actually going to host a ladies event. I think I want to get the date right. One sec. I always get dates wrong. Date of the 16th, April 16th, ladies of real estate. I think ladies are underrepresented in the real estate investing business. I think they do amazing jobs. I got Anna Kelly, April Crosley, Alicia Merriman, and Casey from Brick by Brick are going to do that. But then your event on the 23rd, which was really your question. I think there's a couple of things I want to cover. First, I think agents and real estate investors should be each other's greatest partners. Unfortunately, I don't think real estate agents and investors speak the same language.
Yeah, I agree.
I think investors who get in the game get excited and think all agents are the same. I think real estate agents in general think all investors waste their time. And I think both are right with their context. But I have seen agents and investors work wonderful together. So I want to talk about how that should look like, what to do, what not to do, all of those things. But that's
so we've
not to
got
be
a
out.
few people on this on the show, right? So I know we've got Beth, we've got myself, we've got Ty, right? So what's kind of the format going to be, and how can the people that do tune in, how are they going to be able to get value from spending their Sunday with us?
So thank you for that. So again, one of the things that you're going to see about all the events I do is they're not PowerPoint. So what does that mean? That means given the technology of Zoom, I have to limit it to 100 people because I want the person attending to ask Beth or you or Ty a question. Each of you will have 1 hour, right? Beth is going to go at 8 a.m. You're going to go at 9. Ty is going to go at 10. You bring different experiences. Beth, top 1% agent in the country. So if you're a real estate agent and you want to ask her questions about her systems or what she does, Beth's a great topic. Beth is also an investor. What does she look for? She's doing seller finance deals. Beth house hacked when she was a waitress, right? So there's all kinds of stuff in Beth's history that you can come and ask questions to. We are not coming with a pre-subscribed script. I will, of course, ask her to introduce herself, all of that stuff. But what does the audience want to know from Beth? Right? So lots of stuff. It could be agent-based, top 1%. How does she work? Like, how would you as an investor get the attention of a top 1% agent?
That's right.
I can't. I have a strong suspicion Beth is going to say you probably can't. But you can get attention of my team.
Yep.
And then maybe get to me.
That's right.
Right? So again, then we have you, who is on my channel every couple of weeks. We are blessed to have you. You're in my second book, 15 Conversations with Real Estate Investors. You burnt the bridge. You did something that most people would call crazy. Your wife is an unbelievable support. How to get the wife on board? What are those conversations like? How did you morph from this to that to this? You've had evolutions. Jason Pritchard today is nothing like Jason Pritchard 8 years ago. You wouldn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
What does that look like? What did you do? Like some people might want to talk about your $60,000 loss. How did that feel? Oh my God, I can't do it because how does that work? You are a mindset guy. You are doing amazing things. So again, all of that. And then Ty will close us out. He's been doing this longer than anybody in my Rolodex, over 35 years.
Yeah.
He has experience when he was starting out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Some of the people watching this weren't even born yet.
That's right.
So again, there's so much stuff, creative financing, wraps, sub two, all these things. He's done it. Not today. He did it 40 years ago. So again, I'm opening my Rolodex. I'm not coming with any pre-subscribed topics. It will be audience driven. We're going to do it for the same price as the other event, $47, even though it's longer. One of the events is 4, one of the events is 3 hours long. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And again, you said yes without even knowing. So I appreciate that.
I think it's good. And I want to put myself in the position of a potential attendee, right? And I think the advice that I would give people that are thinking about, investing into this and spending the time with me, for me, those types of interactions, when I was able to actually, I don't love the term pick your brain, but that, let's just use that, yeah. Right? Like going and sitting down and talking to people that have been there and done that and really being able to ask them questions. Those are the shortcuts that allowed me to make the leaps that I've made in the last 8 years. And it's because I just modeled my business off of what other successful people that were already doing the things that I wanted to do. Right. And I took their advice and I implemented it. And I know Beth, I'm sure, is going to come from this same approach. And I know Ty will too. Like we're all going to be open books when it comes to this stuff. I don't believe that there's any proprietary information. And so for me, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I think I can give, because our main business is investing and flipping and wholesaling and the rentals, but I've been a licensed agent for a while and we've done hundreds of millions of business on the agent side. I've had big teams. And so I can really give insight onto both, you know what I mean? And I can really give, I think kind of firsthand experience for the people that come and join.
Again, you're going to have an hour with the audience. I mean, if I was an audience member and I had an hour of Jason's time, first off, you're really lucky. Right. And when I look at Jason, I really go back to that chapter in the book. There are some people that are at that apex going, which path do I take?
Yep.
You got a guy here who did it. And if you read my book, it wasn't rosy. There was some pain involved and struggle and stress. Now we have Jason, running a big business. He's the best of the best, but he's very different. It's Jason today is not Jason 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And again, the fact that, I'll say it this way. There will be less agents. There'll be less licensed real estate agents this year and next year. That's going down because it's not easy.
Yeah.
I believe more real estate agents should become investors. If you are a licensed real estate agent and your intention is to be in the business in 2 or 3 years, you need to find a way to pick up a deal or two. That's how you de-stress this thing going forward. If you only live on commission, that's a problem.
And I think, again, we talk about our sales background a lot, and I think we want to convert as many opportunities as we can, right? I know that was instilled into us, early on, right? And so why would you pass on an opportunity? You already speak the language. You already know the ins and outs of how a real estate transaction works, right? The things that you're doing on the investing side are directly related to how to become successful on the agent side of the business. So why not have that tool in your toolbox, right? And vice versa. If you're an investor, I think the overall number of transactions shrinking doesn't just hurt agents. It hurts people that are full-time investors, right? If the transactions drop by the percentage that we've talked about on here, we've got this huge drop off in just the number of business. That means that there's less investment deals out there too. And so we've actually noticed, and we've become very intentional about it, but we've noticed a big increase in just our referral business because those people that we're talking to that are just not the right fit for a cash deal or even a creative deal, they make much more sense for a listing. We've been much more intentional about referring that to a trusted agent partner and, getting referrals based off of that and generating another income stream from that. So I think everybody has to pivot and adapt right now, and you can't be a one-trick pony if you're going to be successful moving forward in real estate.
Yeah. And then again, kind of closing out the theme, and I want to really put this on the attendees. um, you're going to make the event. You need, if you're going to spend the $47 and be with us for 3 or 4 hours, depending on which one you're at, ask questions.
Yes.
If you don't want to be on camera, it's okay. I hope some of you do, right? I hope I get both screens, right? Jason and a guest. But if you just want to ask via the chat, awesome. That's okay. I will be reading the chat the whole time for the guests.
Come with a laundry list of questions, guys. Like, again, if it were me, I would have thinking about how I would have all my stuff written down. And if nobody else was going, I would just be
bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I would just be using it like it was a one-on-one type of interview, man. So yeah, come with as many questions as you have. Again, I'm an open book when it comes to anything that we're doing in our business. So there's nothing that is going to be held back at all. So I'm really excited to give back. I love doing stuff like this. I love helping people. I can remember. And I think that's why you and I are so passionate and connect so well, because we can still, remember what it was like getting first started and that struggle and all these things. And, I know we have a passion for helping people. And I think that's what this Sunday event is going to be about.
Now, and then folks, just to wrap it up, just so you know, if you do come to the event or you buy a ticket, you're going to get the recording. Right. So one of the things my team will do is slice and dice it. I'll load it on Teachable, which is just my platform. And then you will get access to it just like the buy box. If you want to register and it's sold out, you will have a chance to pick it up for the same price, $47. But yeah, the 16th, I call them the ladies of the legends of real estate, ladies legends of real estate. Anna, April, Alicia, and Casey. You couldn't ask for a better four. And then your event kicked off by Beth, yourself, and then Ty. 7 multimillionaire successful people answering your questions. I can't imagine a better place, and that's what we do here and something I look forward to doing in the future. Jason, where can people find you? Because you're giving away stuff on your website that I can't believe you're doing, but tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, talking about just trying to provide as much value as we can. I think, the easiest place to follow me day-to-day, guys, is going to be on social media, either Instagram or Facebook, just my first and last name on the other of those platforms. And we've spent a lot of time and effort building out a new website, and we are literally giving away all the tools and things that we're using on a day-to-day basis. So if you go to jasonpritchard.com, just sign up. It's completely free. You can click on the documents and resources tab. We have a whole blueprint step-by-step on what you need to do to get started, plus all the resources that coincide with each individual step available for download. You just got to go visit it and sign up. So yeah, I'm excited to help your audience as much as I can.
Awesome. And again, folks, if you do me a favor, go follow him on Instagram and send him a DM or a message on one of his posts saying, hey, I saw you on One Rental at a Time. Thank you so much. Thanks, buddy.
Love it. Thanks.